Hi there. So, you want to understand the zodiac sign modalities. What are they? How does it work? And how does it fit into the broader system of astrology? Basically, the modalities are three different types. There's cardinal, fixed, and mutable. That times the four elements air, earth, water, fire, you get the 12 zodiac signs. So for each zodiac sign, or each element, there is a cardinal, fixed, and mutable sign. For every element, there are sub aspects of it. So, like, let's take water. There is a fiery aspect of water, uh, watery aspect of water, and an airy aspect of water, as well as an earth aspect of water. The idea is that it's fractal. Within every element, you can see aspects of that element. But for as far as the modalities go, cardinal water is like the most like watery of water. So for Cancer is a very emotional, how I remember it and think of it is like a crab. A crab is protected in its shell, and while on the outside it may have like this exoskeleton, on the inside it's all very mushy. So that's how cardinal water comes off to me. It's this very like straight from the heart feeling. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Scorpio is the fixed sign. So we go from cardinal, this like straight into it, like this raw, watery aspect, into this fixed watery aspect. And it's kind of ironic that the sign that has to do with the most change, Scorpio, is a fixed sign. So, what's the one thing in the universe that's constant? Change. So it's kind of like this cosmic joke right there for Scorpio. It's one of my favorite signs just for that because it's just very cool to see how that fits into even uh, ideas of like thermodynamics and whatnot. But either way, it's fixed. It is the most stable water element. It's the aspect of water that does not change. Cancer is becoming water. It's starting the process, but Scorpio is very fixed. The next modality is mutability. So if a sign is mutable, that means it is changing. It is in the process of change. Pisces is a great example of this because it's the one right before Aries. So Aries starts us off, but Pisces is the transition from the end of the year into the new one. So with Pisces and any mutable sign, there is an element of change happening. With the zodiac as a whole, it's this process of the start to the end. Every section of that, every season is going to have its own sub changes. So this, like, think of it as like a wave. It starts, goes up, reaches a level, then starts, goes up, reaches another level, starts, goes up, reaches another level, until you get all the way to the top where it's at Pisces, and then it starts the whole new year. Kind of like in music, you have 12 notes, and every 12 notes, it repeats those same notes. The pattern of cardinal, fixed, mutable is repeated throughout the whole zodiac. So now that you understand the idea of modality and elemental attributes, you can think about the zodiac sign in two ways. The overarching idea is it's this process of change, beginning to end. And the different ways of thinking about it is just how we cut it up into little chunks. So the elemental way of looking at it is fire, earth, air, water. And that's for three groups of four, so 4, 8, 12. And then the modal view is cardinal, fixed, mutable. And that's 3, 6, 9, 12. 4. That modal pattern wave is repeated throughout the zodiac sign, as well as the elemental pattern going throughout, and they overlap. And it's really cool to draw different diagrams and to see how those two ideas overlap. Because again, for each element, there is one aspect of the modality. So I drew a simple diagram to help illustrate the idea. Hopefully you can see that properly. I know it might be hard to, but I'll just read it off. So starting at Aries, we have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cardinal, Fixed, Mutable. The next group is Cancer, Leo, Virgo, which is again Cardinal, Fixed, Mutable. Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cardinal, Fixed, Mutable. And then Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Cardinal, Fixed, Mutable. Something you can do to help memorize these different modalities is to think of each elemental group, air, fire, water, earth, and then think of the different modalities of those elements. So Taurus being the fixed aspect of earth, it's the most immovable earth element. So as opposed to the cardinality of earth is very like blunt brute force, get in there, like grounded. You could almost think of an earthquake for Capricorn. Capricorn has more of like this like earthquake type energy. It's more like bulldozer-ish, whereas Taurus is more stable foundation, like a mountain. And then Virgo, which everyone tends to think of as far as like a personality, someone who's like more like get in there, neurotic, kind of like hyper organizing, everything needs to micromanage. Virgo is the mutable sign for Earth. And if you look at the chart, it's going from Virgo into Libra. And Libra is an air element, which is very heady thoughts, plans, ideas. So it makes sense that Virgo would have this kind of energy of like thought and thinking coming in to this idea of Earth, which is all about like a structure, a formation. One last takeaway from this idea of modality and elemental attributes is the Tetragrammaton, the four-letter name of God, Yod He Vav He. For each of those letters is an elemental attribution, Yod being fire, He water, Vav air, and He final earth. Hebrew is read from right to left, as opposed to English, which is from left to right. So if you look at the zodiac signs, their elemental attributions, it's the same as the Tetragrammaton backwards. Why I think it's so interesting to see that connection, that correspondence for me, is because the Tetragrammaton, Yod He Vav He, which is where we get the word Yahweh, is kind of like the nature name for God. So there's many names of gods, but the Tetragrammaton is kind of like this permutative, generative name. It has the power of creation within it. So to see that elemental attribution, that the elemental attributions are represented in that name. And another thing to point out is that it's not four letters, like it's four letters, but only it's only three letters, Yod, He, and Vav. He final is just a He repeated. So in that way, you could say that the Tetragrammaton also has all the modalities within it. And the extra He is the fourth letter generated by the first three. So take that as you will. Thanks for watching the video. I'm Snake with Legs, the modern day mystic. And to avoid 7 years of bad luck, leave a like on the video and comment letting me know what your sign is and what else you'd like to know about it. Thank you and keep doing your best. See you next time. Bye.